Welcome, you guys. As always, we're going to be meeting here every Saturday. I am a little bit behind technical difficulties, but we're going to just try and jump right into it. We just want to check our audio, make sure that we're clear, that we're good. Because, this is something different for me, and I just want to make sure that everything is good before we get started into today's conversation. Quick. There we go. All right. How you guys been? How's everybody going? How's everything going? All right. So it looks like the volume is good. Everything is working fine. So now let me just real quick take care of this real fast. And then we'll get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about correction. And you guys see the title. Can women correct women? Real quick, no. There have been cases. I would be a lie if I sat here and say that there's no cases of a woman ever correcting a woman. Of course, there are times where we're able to take correction. But overall, as a whole, we can't correct each other. Men can't correct us. We can't correct each other. We can't correct ourselves. Nobody can say nothing to us as a whole. And the way that you know this, it's many examples I could use, but the main one that I'm going to focus on today, because that's what this conversation is about, correction. But the main thing that's kind of spurred this conversation was the idea of modestiness, about covering up, not having everything hanging out. Nobody can say nothing to no woman about that. We get to be half naked, slinging everything all over the place, and nobody can say nothing to us. And let a man, my God, let a man try to come and say, yo, cover that up. It's a problem. Let a woman say, cover that up. You're jealous. You're hating. You wish you was her. You mad because of this and because of that. Oh, because you don't got her body. That's why. But if you did, you would do the same. It's always a million reasons in the book why women should be able to whore themselves out, basically, when they're half naked. I can't go on no social media site. I can't even go on the grocery store. I can't go to the beach. I can't go to the park. I can't go anywhere without seeing some woman breasts behind and everything else, that just hanging out all over the place. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. And me as a woman who ain't lusting after no woman, got to deal with this. And it's so frustrating and irritating. I'm sick of seeing it and my kids seeing it. Imagine what a man goes through that is naturally attracted to the female body. Like it's he's naturally attracted. Imagine what he's going through, having to constantly everywhere and everything he does looking at half naked women. And if anyone says anything about a woman being half naked, it's a problem. It's an issue because we have been told and taught that being half naked is liberation. It's liberation. And that we should be able to do it. And if anything was to happen to us, it's not our fault. We didn't bring that upon ourselves to a degree. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say victim blame anybody. If a woman is out there half naked and she was to get attacked, I would not say, oh, well, she deserved it or that should have happened to her. I would never celebrate or justify another person doing something wicked to another human being. But let's not be fools and be dummies. If a person is wearing a big expensive chain, costs a lot of money, and they're in a neighborhood that they know is not a good neighborhood, and they're not from there, and they're walking through there with this big, giant, expensive chain on, you don't think that if something was to happen to him, like him getting robbed or something, you don't think to a degree that he put himself in a non-safe situation by going to an area that he knows is full of poverty and desperate people and people that are struggling out here, and you're flaunting your wealth for everyone to see. You don't think that some dummy gonna come along and be like, I'm risking it all and willing to take your life or do anything else to you to get that? People out there will do that. And if you did that, then guess what? I would tell you, why would you do that? I'm not saying that person shouldn't get what they deserve for whatever they did to you, and they shouldn't be in trouble for it. And I'm not going to celebrate it happening to you, but I'm going to call you out and say, yo, let's think about the things that we're doing and situations we could be putting ourselves in. And women have that same thing with their clothing. They think they can go out half naked to a club, get pissy drunk. You're not even conscious, and then just safely make it home. And no one, if anyone was to try you or to do something, oh, I had no blame in it at all. No, you share blame in that, because there are a lot of people out here that are not having good intentions. They're literally bad people out here. Men are stronger and bigger than us, and they can overpower us at any point, any time. So you're putting yourself in a situation where you're basically letting it all hang out. Then you're getting drunk and falling over. Now you're in a more vulnerable situation because you're not able to defend yourself or to even call for help because you're falling all over the place. Now someone does something to you. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. That's not right. You shouldn't do that. And whatever happened to them needs to happen to them. But you, to a degree, needs to be smart enough to know as a woman that you shouldn't be letting it all hang out. Now, just as a regular point to make, going to the grocery store, seeing a woman with all her cheeks hanging out, I'm just so over it. I'm so tired of it. And if I say something, I'm jealous, I'm hating, I'm wrong. Or if a man says something, he's sexualizing her. He's being sexual in his mind. It's your mind. Your mind is what making you think like that. No, you're dressing sexual. You're getting a sexual response, but now I'm the reason that's the fault. And this is what bothers me, because we wouldn't apply that to anything else. You are enticing a sexual reaction by dressing sexual. We do that every day in everyday things. For example, do commercials not entice you to buy the food that they're trying to sell you? They do. If it's crispy chicken, they'll have the flakes breaking and flying off the screen. If it's pizza, they'll have the cheese drizzling on the screen. They're enticing you to be hungry to buy their food. If a woman has her flesh hanging out, her breast, her behind, and she's flaunting it to the world to see, she is enticing a man or even a woman to want them sexually. You're enticing him. You may be doing it subconsciously. You may not think you're doing it on purpose, but that's what you're doing. You're enticing him. Now the person gets enticed. They get enticed, and then you say, oh, well, what? How dare you look at me this way? Disgusting. Stop sexualizing me. No, you sexualize yourself. I'm just responding to what you did. Now, of course, that doesn't give a man a right to run up on a woman and talk to her any kind of way or speak to her any kind of way or treat her any kind of way. I would never say that. But understand that not everybody has a fear of God in their lives. Not everybody have a moral compass to keep them straight and narrow. Not everybody has that. So when you have these weirdos and these creepos out here willing to risk it all to get some of that, you're now putting yourself in a really bad position for something to happen to you. So today we're talking about correction. Can women correct women? Are we able to take correction? I'm saying no. Some yes can, but for the most part, no, we can't. And it shows within our behavior. It shows within the way we carry ourselves. It shows within the responses when we try to correct people. All of this shows that we cannot take correction. And I'm here to talk about how correction is a good thing. So if you're a God-fearing person, you believe in God and you believe in the Bible and all this good stuff, then you should have no problem with this conversation today at all. It shouldn't be no issue. So first thing first, we're going to break down the fact that you shouldn't be having it all hang out. 1 Timothy chapter 2, 9 through 10, the ESV version says, likewise, I want women to adore themselves in respectable apparel. Respectable apparel. So everything hanging out, that's not respectable. With modesty and self-control, not braided hair, gold, or pearls, or costly attire, but with what is proper for women who profess godliness. If you profess godliness, you know what is appropriate. You know having all your body parts hanging out is not appropriate. And if you profess to be a godly woman, if you don't, then just keep moving, get off the channel. Don't even be here. Don't even watch it. Don't even waste your time. Don't even try to debate me. But if you are a God-fearing woman and you say you believe in God, then you know that you're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be wearing things with all your flesh hanging out. If you profess godliness with good works, you already know that. So now I want to point out something real quick. For the people who heard the part talking about the braided hair, Paul is not saying you can't have braided hair. We have to understand that when we read the scripture, some things that we get to, it has a cultural context. I would never say that the Bible cannot be applied to all cultures and all way of life. It can. It's the word of God. But there are some things that are in it, and because of the cultural changes, you may not understand what it's saying and you may misinterpret it. So understanding the cultural dynamic at that particular time will help you better understand the scriptures. For example, red lipstick. If you were to wear red lipstick, 30 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, you were considered a woman that's selling something. Now you can wear red lipstick. Nobody's necessarily thinking that. Nobody's wearing red lipstick and thinking, oh, she's finna give it up. She got a price. No. But back then, yeah, you wore that, you selling something. That's what that meant, wearing red lipstick. That's what that meant. That was that culture at that time. So someone said, don't wear red lipstick or it looks like you're going to give it all up. You'll be really confused because you'll be like, what? What are you talking about? But back then they would have understood that. So it's the same thing with the braided hair. The cultural context in the first century, the Roman world, women hairstyles or jewelry were often symbols of their wealth, their status, and even their sexual availability. If they're married, if they're single, if they're selling something, all those things, the clothing, their hair, all those things represented what their availability was to a degree. So men understood that. So Paul was saying like, hey, you know them women that be selling it or that be giving it up, don't wear your hair like them. Don't do that. That's why that says that. So elaborate braids and hairstyle and expensive jewelry, it could draw attention and even provoke lust, which is why Paul was linking that with modesty. He's trying to get you not to provoke lust. Women are provoking lust. You could say you're not doing it. You can claim you're not doing it. But my dear, you're doing it. If you are showing off your figure, you are enticing reactions. You are advertising yourself. You are provoking lust. And you will be accountable for that to a degree. It is what it is. You're provoking lust within women and within men. And you're provoking irritation too, because I'm sick of seeing it. Like, dang. I can't be nowhere. Yeah, every social media site, everywhere I'm going, I'm constantly seeing half naked women and I'm over it. So the conversation that we're having about today is correction. I don't want to hear nothing about women should be able to dress however they want. If you believe in the Bible and you believe in God, you already know you shouldn't be doing that. If you don't believe in the Bible and you don't believe in God, you still shouldn't be doing it. Have self-respect for yourself. Stop giving it up for a show. Stop it. Have self-respect. Love yourself. Let's not do that. But today the conversation is correction. I should be able to correct you as a woman if I see you doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, period. I should be able to do that. Correction with class, of course. We shouldn't be out here just disrespecting people within our correction. We have to do it within a certain way, and we'll get into that conversation. So the first thing is God's correction is an expression of love. Correction is not meant to think that you have hate or you're hating. No, it's not hate. Correction is love. Hebrews chapter 12, 5-6. And it says, and have you forgotten the exhortation that addresses you as son, my son? Do not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary of the reproof of him. For the Lord disciplines the ones he loves and chastises every son whom he receives. If he disciplines you, if he corrects you, he's doing it because he loves you. He cares about you. He wants the best for you. If a person ain't correcting you and letting you just go down the hill, the ditch, they don't care about you. Or they just tired of you. They kept correcting you, ain't want to listen. They was done with you. For most of the part, they don't care. So if God is going out his way to send people your way to say, hey, look, don't do this, don't do that, he does it because he cares. And I get it. Correction don't feel good. Accountability, it hurts. Nobody wants to hear you're doing something wrong and you need to change. Nobody wants to hear that. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy, but understand that it's what's best for you. Let me fix this real quick. Understand that it's what's best for you. It's going to make you a better person. Proverbs chapter 3, 11-12. Look what it says. My son, do not despise the Lord. Do not despise the Lord discipline or be weary, get tired of his reproof, his correction. Don't get tired of being correct. I'm sick and tired. Don't be tired. It's going to make you a better person. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father the son in whom he delights. Just like a father does with his son. It's the same thing. Just how God corrects his children, the father corrects his son, the mother corrects the daughter, sister, let's try to help each other. It's love, it's not hate. You're not being liberated, you're being exploited. You have been told and taught that being able to let it all hang out is freedom. It's not. It is bondage. It is labeling. It is destroying you. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So some of the key points is correction comes from God and that it's love. It's not anger. Discipline is a sign of being his child, and God's goal is growth, not punishment. He's correcting you because he wants you to grow. He's correcting you because he wants you to be better. He's correcting you because he sees that something you're doing will eventually hurt you and destroy you, and he doesn't want that for you. That's the same thing that we're supposed to be doing for each other as women. We shouldn't be comfortable and be okay with our little girls walking around letting it all hang out. That's not beautiful. That's not sexy. That don't look good. And we got to stop thinking that it's okay. And we don't say nothing. It is so normalized. It is so like, ain't nothing wrong with that. To the point where you even say anything, you get all this backlash. But I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired. I can barely be on social media because I'm sick and tired of seeing the half naked. They tell you just scroll, just scroll. What about when I'm in a grocery store? What about when I'm here or when I'm there? It's everywhere. It's not just on social media. It's live in your face. It be husbands and wives and all her stuff is hanging out. It be sons. It be fathers with their daughters, all of it hanging out. When I see that, my mind just be blown. When I see fathers and they have their daughters half naked, my mind is blown. Because I'm like, how is he not telling his daughter to cover herself up? And then how are the mothers not telling their daughters to cover themselves up? How are they making them think that dressing this way is okay? And it's so bad. It's so bad that the clothing that you want to buy for your children, you can't even. It is so difficult for me to buy shorts for my daughter. Shorts, shorts that go to your knees. They don't exist. It is extremely difficult. Every short is all the way up their thigh. Every shorts. Every short. It is extremely difficult to find shorts to the knees. You're not going to find them. So she's always wearing pants. So in summertime, she got to always wear pants. Otherwise, everything going to be hanging out. And that's crazy. Why can't I go in a store and just get some shorts? That modest shorts. Why can't I? But you're not going to find them. It's very difficult to find them. Very difficult to find them. We got to understand that correction brings growth and it brings wisdom. Correction is not meant to hurt you. It's going to hurt. But that's not what the overall plan is. The overall plan is to build growth and to build wisdom. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1 says, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. If you are doing something wrong and someone is trying to help you to correct that, to do better, you stupid if you reject it. You are. What's an example? If someone tells you, hey, when you hold, I'm going to use my job for an example because I work in a bakery and I'm being taught how to decorate cakes. The girl told me, if you hold the bag like this, your hands are going to start hurting like mine. The girl's been doing cakes over 20 years and she has a lot of pain in her hand to the point where she doesn't know what she's going to do because it's getting so bad. She doesn't know how long she can do this, but all she knows her entire life is how to decorate cakes. So she said, when you hold the bag, you have to hold it a certain way because if you don't, you're going to end up having a lot of hand pain and you're going to be it's going to be very troubling for you. You don't want to be like me. So don't hold it this way. Hold it like that. I would be stupid if I say to her, no, I'm not going to hold it that way. What are you talking about? I'm going to hold it this way because that's the way it feels comfortable. The way I was holding the bag felt very comfortable. The way she was showing me was uncomfortable. But I would be stupid if I decided to do something because it makes me comfortable versus listening to someone that's been doing it this long and tells you that this is going to be the end result and it's not going to be good for you. If I don't listen, I'll be stupid. So if a woman is telling you, hey, when you dress like this, you're enticing lust. Excuse me. Ooh. When you dress like this, you're enticing lust. You're enticing a person to perceive you a certain way that you're not. Well, that's not right. Just because I wear something doesn't mean that I'm that type of person. Dave Chappelle told a wonderful joke. He said, if there was a man dressed in an officer uniform sitting on the end of the corner and someone got robbed and they ran up to the man and said, officer, help me. Somebody just robbed me. And the officer turns around and says, how dare you assume I'm an officer? Why would you think that? And the person says, well, you're wearing an officer uniform. Just because I'm wearing an officer uniform doesn't make me an officer. Well, that's the same thing with a woman. If you're wearing a uniform of a woman that's selling something, if you're wearing a uniform of a woman that don't respect herself, if you're wearing a uniform of a woman that it wants to be free, quote unquote free, and then someone treats you that way and approaches you that way, and then you say, well, just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean that. No, it does mean that. It does mean that. If you're dressed that way, that's what it means. That's just what it means. And you're just being ignorant if you don't understand that. But after today, I don't want you to be ignorant. I want you to know what it is. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 18. I'm sorry. Proverbs 13, 18. Chapter 13, verse 18. So it says, disgrace comes to him who ignores instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is honorable. If you disgrace someone giving you instructions on how to do something the proper way and the best way, the most beneficial way, and you reject that, you're a fool. Sometimes we don't understand something. It doesn't make sense, especially the younger generation, but you don't need to understand it all the time. Sometimes you just got to listen. And then over time, through experiences, you'll start to see, oh, I understand now. I get why this was told to me. Proverbs chapter 15, 31 through 32. Proverbs chapter 15, 31 through 32. It says, the ear that listens to life-giving reproof will dwell among the wise. So those who listen to life-giving reproof, life-giving correction, those that are able to listen to correction, it said that they would dwell among the wise. Whosoever ignored the instruction despises himself. If I didn't listen to that girl and how she told me to hold it back so I won't be in pain, I hate myself. I despise myself because all I'm doing is hurting myself. If someone is telling you to cover yourself up, you're creating lust. You're bringing an attention to yourself that is dangerous. It's not good. Cover yourself up. And they say, no, I don't care. I like to wear it like this. You don't care about yourself. You have no self-respect, no self-care, no self-love. Because if you did, you wouldn't do that. But obviously you don't. And that's why you're doing it. Now, some people, of course, they're manipulated. They've been fooled because this is what they're being told. And this is what the people they look up to are doing. And they're seeing the success, supposedly. So they're thinking, see, so what do you mean? What are you talking about? So they just don't want to hear it. But overall, time passes, you'll see that what the person is saying you is correction. But he who listens to reproof gains understanding. When you listen to it, this is when you gain understanding. This is when you see, oh, wow, okay, that's why they told me not to do that. Well, sometimes you might not understand it right away, and that's okay. But just know that people love you and they care about you, and that's why they're telling you this. A woman coming to you and saying, hey, you should cover up there. You shouldn't have all that hanging out. They're not saying that because they hate you or they're hating on you or they wish they was you or they want to be you. No, they care about you. And they understand that what you're doing, the damage that you're bringing your way, the attention that you're getting is not good attention, it's bad attention. And the result is death. It's not good. It's not good at all. But a lot of people don't understand that correction teaches wisdom. That's what people don't understand. Listening to correction, it brings honor and life. You will live longer and you will live a better life. Rejecting correction, it leads to harm and failure. Someone trying to correct you and trying to help you, and you're just like, no, don't tell me nothing. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. All you're doing is hurting yourself. You're not helping yourself at all. Correction among believers of what we're supposed to be doing as women to women and how we're supposed to handle it. A lot of people know about the Matthew chapter 18, 15 through 17, it says, if a brother sins against you, go and tell him his faults between you and him alone. This is what we said we were going to talk about. It's the approaching what you do it. Don't degrade a person or disrespect a person or be embarrassing to a person when you see a young lady out there dressing or older lady out there dressing inappropriate and you're like, hey, cover up. Don't do it in a disrespectful, demeaning way, like you somehow better than them. Let's not do that because that's what some women do too. And I could see why someone would be like, bro, get out of my face, you a hater. That could definitely come off that way. We're supposed to go in private and do it in a respectful way. If he listens to you, you have gained your brother. So if you come to her in a respectful way and she listens, you just gained a sister. Hallelujah. It's a good thing. Give God the glory. It worked out. But if they do not listen, take one or two others along. And if they refuse to listen to them, tell it to the church. And if they refuse to listen even to the church, let him be to you a Gentile and a tax collector. Don't deal with them. Don't deal with them. Because you shouldn't even be hanging around that. You shouldn't be hanging with another woman that got everything hanging out. You shouldn't. And if you have came to her and then you brought more people and talked to her and you brought it to the church and you're like, God, people of God, and you're like, hey, look, this isn't good. We shouldn't be doing this. And they're still like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. Don't deal with them. You ain't hating on them. You ain't mad at them. You don't hate them. You love them. You still care about them. But you can't be among those type of things. You got to cut them off. And doing that sometimes will cause them to repent. Because they'll start to see like, dang, all the good people ain't in my life no more and all the bad people won't go away. Am I doing something? Am I saying something that's causing? Yeah, you are. You are. And the moment you're able to take correction, the moment you're able to receive someone being able to tell you, hey, cover it up. We're sick and tired of looking at that. The better your life ultimately will be. Gentile. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brothers, if anyone is caught in any transgressions, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you too be tempted. If you see a struggle, be gentle, be kind. Don't be belittling and disrespectful. Don't try to be such on a high horse like you so much better than them because you cover yourself up. Don't be like that. That's uncalled for. That's not helping anybody. That's not helping anybody. Be gentle, be kind. Because guess what? Maybe you do cover up, but it might be something else that you're doing that's foul, that ain't right. And then you may find yourself down that road having to be corrected too. We all have that point in our lives. So be gentle and be kind because you're going to want that same gentleness and that same kindness. Now, the purpose of correction. What is the whole purpose of correction? 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scriptures is breathed out of God and profitable for teaching, for proof, correction, and for training in righteousness. It helps you become right. It helps you to become better. That's what it's for. Correction is to make you better. It hurts. It don't feel good. Nobody likes it. Somebody telling you, yo, the way you dress is too sexual. You're causing lust. You're making people stumble. It's not responsible. You need to cover up. Nobody wants to hear that. It's uncomfortable. Some people don't even want to say it, but it has to be said. And you have to listen so that you can grow in righteousness, so that you can get closer to the Most High, so that your relationship can get better. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Psalms 94, verse 12. Blessed is the man who you discipline, O Lord, and whom you teach out of your law. God gives us instructions. He teaches us what to eat, how to treat people, how to love people, how to work, how to rest, how to dress. It's all kind of things the scripture teaches on how we're supposed to do it. And we have to understand that this is not a bad thing. It's there to help you. It's not there to hurt you. Nobody's telling you that covering up is going to hurt you. It's actually going to help you. You're going to gain self-respect for yourself and self-love. And that is going to cause other people who are surround you and by you and near you to also give you that self-respect and that love that they're supposed to get. They're going to respect you more. You're going to be approached different. And we know this because when you go to a job interview, you ain't going to no job interview with everything hanging out. You do what? You dress professionally. Why? Because you want to be perceived professional. You want to be perceived professional in a job interview, so you dress professional. You don't want to be perceived as a God-fearing woman. You don't want to be perceived as a wife. If you want to be a wife, God-fearing woman, if you want to be a God-fearing woman, do you not want to be, come on. We do this with other stuff, but somehow we can't connect the dots. Like, that's because you want to be that way. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, it says, those whom I love, I reprove and discipline. So be zealous and repent. We got to be out here fighting the good fight. We got to be out here letting people know that we're sick and tired of it. We're over it. We can't take it no more. We have to be okay with correcting each other. We have to be okay with telling each other that this is wrong and this is not right. And we got to stop being so sensitive and being so quick to be like, well, no, you can't say nothing to me. We drop the ball as women. Men are out there doing it now. They're out there telling them, stop dressing like this, stop doing that. And some of them are just foul. But us women, why aren't we saying anything? I don't care anymore. You could think I'm hate. You could think I'm jealous. I don't care. I'm speaking up. I'm tired of it. Cover your daughters up. Mothers, cover yourself up. Stop disrespecting yourself and disrespecting your child and disrespecting your husband and disrespecting your sons. Nobody wants to see it. Probably your husband. Do that for him. But we don't want to see it. We're over it and we're tired. You have respect for yourself. You have respect for God, and cover yourself up and stop making excuses for it. And women, we have to start getting into this place where we can start correcting each other, where we can start saying, hey, that's not right. Of course, we need to do it respectfully. We need to do it with love. We need to do it with kindness. We need to do it with respect and privacy. But we still got to do it. We got to stop letting the loudest person be the wrong person. They be the loudest person, the Cardi B, the Nicki Minaj, the loudest person in the room, but they be wrong. And then us, we not saying nothing. We just letting it happen. And just sitting back complaining about it. We got to stop. So we got to start speaking up. We got to use whatever platforms, whatever conversation, relationships, whatever we got. We got to start using it. I don't care if it reaches one person. We got to start using it to start trying to push out that we are not okay with this. We are not okay with half-naked women. It is not liberation. It is not freedom. It is not. It is the total opposite. They are calling you to have no self-respect for yourself, and you're labeling yourself, and you're creating a lust that is destroying our community and our people, and we're over it. And this is not a race-based situation. This is everywhere. All races I'm seeing doing it. I'm sick of it. Cover yourself up, women. And the other women out there, let's do our part and start correcting these people. Let's stop being okay with that. Let's start saying something. Let's start giving tips on how, not just saying something, but giving tips on how to dress modest. Because believe it or not, some people don't know how. And there's some sisters out there that's doing it. Let me not make it seem like nobody's doing it. There are women out there that are correcting. There are women out there that are saying stuff, but it's not loud enough. It's not big enough. It's not great enough. We need to get more out there. We need to push more truth out there. Thank you guys again for being here. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Let me know what you think. Should women be modest? Should we be covering up? Can we take correction as women? Are we able to take correction from other women that are coming to us? Or do we immediately get offensive and switch the narrative to you hating on me? Let me tell you guys, I'm looking forward to coming back next week. Remember, I'm here every Saturday. Y'all come and join me, and let's get the conversation started. Take care.